So should we do Dumb and Dumber 2? So, 20 years after Dumb and Dumber, which was, Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels being actually surprisingly funny under the direction of the Farrellys, we have Dumb and Dumber 2, which essentially reunites Harry and Lloyd and once again sets them on the road, and once again sets them on the road in a quest which involves trying to track down... And here's the strange thing. Well, firstly, here's a clip from Dumb and Dumber 2. If you remember Dumb and Dumber from 20 years ago, here's Dumb and Dumber 2.
You guys want to play He Who Smelt It?
Huh? What's that?
It's complicated, so pay attention. We put the windows up. First one who smells a fart gets a point. If you say who dealt it, double points.
But if you say you smelled a fart and nobody farted, like if we were just passing a slaughterhouse...
False fart.
You lose a point. And you can't smell your own farts either.
What, are you guys kidding? No! No! I'm not gonna sit around sniffing your guys' farts like some kind of truffle pig. Forget it.
Okay, fine. Lloyd and I will play one-on-one.
Yeah, head-to-head.
How can you play one-on-one? If you smell a fart and you didn't do it, isn't it obvious the other guy did?
I thought you said you never played before.
See, here's the problem. You're laughing fun. I saw Dumb and Dumber in whenever it was, 94, 95, and I remember laughing all the way through and feeling for the first time that thing which people have talked about, guilty pleasure. You laugh at something but you think you shouldn't. And then I saw even the prequel, Dumb and Dumberer, when Harry Met Lloyd, which actually, although everybody hated it, I thought there was some chuckles in it. There was 4 or 5 laughs in it. Watching Dumb and Dumber 2, I wondered whether, have I changed, or are the gags just not funny anymore, or is it that in the passing of 20 years, the Farrellys have actually forgotten how to time these gags? Because the gags are substantially the same, and yet they are nothing. I mean, they're just the crushing disappointment. I went in there wanting to sort of laugh all the way up to the ceiling, like Uncle Albert in Mary Poppins, and just sitting there stony-faced. And we finally get to the end of it, and they do a montage of scenes from the old film and scenes from the new film. And it seems like the cruelest of gags, because it seems like the film is almost going, you remember how young you were when you thought this was funny? And you remember how you just saw that same gag again, and it wasn't funny second time around? And there are, some of the reviewers have actually been quite kind. Some of the people have said, well, it's raised a chuckle. It's the funniest thing the Farrellys have done ever since, which is incidentally not true, because the Farrellys did do some interesting work. And there was a point at which they had a genuinely anarchic cutting edge. I mean, yes, their humour was always kind of lowest common denominator, but it was actually quite smart lowest common denominator. This just feels like we've completely run out of steam. I know, what can we do? Well, we'll get the old team together and we'll just do the old gags again. And it reminded me somewhat of meeting somebody in a pub who you'd known at school and they were really great fun, and you met them in a pub 20 years later and you realised actually they were really annoying and quite dull.
And here we are in the pub.
And here we are in the pub.